Hello guys, it's Mungai Eve. Welcome to the Mungai Eve Show. And of course, we are the #1 online TV show. Leo niko na manager wa Saldido International na pia ni manager wa msanii ambaye tunamjua sana, Willy Paul. Of late kumekuwa na so many stories zenye zimekuwa ziki come up na leo nimeamua nimtafute manager atuambie what exactly is happening and why kila time, mbona kila wakati ni msanii wake. Anyway, Kenon, ukaje?
Niko fiti. Umesahau kusema King Kenon.
Lazima niongeze hiyo king.
Mfalme bana. The king himself. Mungai Eve. How are you?
Niko poa kabisa. Msanii wako sijui ni nini.
Mimi naona kila mahali kumechacha, yani unajua pozea tuliangi. Yani akijaribu kupumzika, lazima tu watamtafuta, watamchokora. Ushaona maji kipotea kutakuwa na shida. So lazima watu wataenda watachimba kisima ndio maji itoke. So watu wanamtafutanga venye wanatafuta maji wakichimba kisima.
Okay, leo asubuhi there's a story yenye ilitembea sana. Ili rise leo ikatembea sana tumeiona kwa mtandao. Msichana anasema she was sexually assaulted and it's not the first time kusikia msanii Willy Paul, msanii wako sasa nimuite hivyo, akikuwa accused of such things. So mimi nashangaa mbona kila wakati inakuwa ni yeye mwenye anakuwa accused of such things. And since si vizuri sana kukuanga one sided, that's why nimekutafuta so that we can get the other side of the story.
So before hii story ya sahi kumekuwa na lot of stories.
Yeah.
And ukiangalia vizuri, the question Kenyans should be asking themselves ni why Willy Paul? Unaona? Most of the time unaangalia hizi story ukizi verify, ukijaribu kuziangalia kwa undani, as it makes sense. Unaona? Because tumegundua people use Willy Paul's name to chase clout. Because Willy Paul, anytime mtu akitaka kufanya kitu ama akitaka kutrend, atatumia the name Willy Paul. Why not other artists? Unaona? Because number one, they know Willy Paul is an household name. Willy Paul ni brand kubwa na Willy Paul ni mtu mwenye ukimkosea ama ukisema kitu about him mnamaliza na papo kwa hapo. So awekangi maneno. So atajibu on unaona pap. So watu washazoea like wakitaka kutrend wanatumia jina ya Pose expecting Pose a respond. And it's become imekuwa culture. Ni kama ka trend fulani. So Kenyans wanatumia sana ukiangalia ma socialites, artists. So si kitu poa. Because hata sasa mali Willy Paul yuko anashanga like why him? Because in as much as he's an artist, he's a superstar, he's also human.
Yeah.
Cause anaangalia like anakaa chini anashindwa nilikosea watu wapi. Wakenya wana misuse jina ya Pose sana. Because they want to, sijui kama na wengine wanatumia jina ya Pose inawasaidia kulipa bills, inafanya brands zao zina grow. So it's not something good because ukiangalia from way back kulikuwa na huyu socialite mwingine alitumia jina ya Pose ku rise. Kulikuwa na mwingine akisema akiclaim mtoto ati ni wa Pose ati akona ball ya Pose, unamkumbuka? And we came to find out sio true. Sasa tena nyingine imetokelezea a lot of stuff. Kumekuwa tu na msanii mwenye sisi wenyewe single handedly, mimi kama manager nilimkalisha chini, alikuwa na mama yake kwa studio, waka sign contract, tukakubaliana build brand yake, unaona? And we were planning to make not planning, actually we made her a superstar. Because we wanted to build an empire yenye mbebeba superior artists.
Okay. Before to break down those stories, nataka nijue why is it that Willy Paul sana yeye huko accused mambo na wasichana? Kwa nini?
Nikisema imekuwa culture, it's because tukiangalia Kenya sasa #1, the economy is bad. There are no jobs. And people are struggling, people are hustling. Pandemic did a lot of stuff to people's careers. So, watu wameangalia sahi online has become king. Online inalipa. Unaget? So, watu wanataka kujenga jina online na wanaangalia the best person ku attack ni Willy Paul. Juzi research ilitokelezea ile ya Google. Willy Paul is the most searched artist on Google. That is that was 2020 2021. Unaona, is the most searched for the past 5 years, not hata 2020 and 2021. And ukiangalia hao watu, they've been attacking him day and night all the time because they've realized ukitumia the moment unataja Willy Paul, then vitu zina escalate, brand yako ina grow, yani watu wanakutafuta, watu wana subscribe. I think there's a problem somewhere. And this problem ikisema pandemic, so watu wamegundua ukitaka ku rise ama ukitaka ku media na staff zako unaona zimekuwa static as nini, zimekuwa stagnant, the best person wana attack ni Willy Pose, because Willy Pose ni mtu huwa anakam, ukimtaja huwa anakuja
na mara moja.
Mara moja, ana time ya kukuweka, atakuambia nyinyi nyambeni huko nini, unajua atakuja atarespond. Yeah. There are so many artists in Kenya when ukiwataja they never respond, but Willy Paul responds. Because yeye ni mtu, he gets hungry so fast, unaona. And the reason he gets hungry so fast is because people is the most attacked artist. The most attacked. I think in Africa is the most attacked artist. After ndugu wetu hapo Tanzania pale. So unamjua.
Yeah.
So yeye na Pose wanakuanga most attacked. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Let's start with the case of Miss P. There was a video that was done by my friend presenter Ali, na ikatembea sana and it was similar accusations na yenye imetokea leo, sexual assault. Would love to know, unajua wewe ulikuwa hapo msanii akisainiwa Saldido. Would love to know what exactly happened, ni nini ilikuwa inaendelea pale, kwa sababu hatujaijua the other side of the story.
Number one, Miss P, she was, I don't want to use the word nobody, everybody is somebody, but she wasn't known. Nobody knew about Miss P.
Her career was not like, haikuwa ime-identify.
Hakuwa ameanza, unaona. It's like picking, before gold ikwe gold, you take it, mnafanya hizo vitu zote, mold it until it becomes gold, unaget. So we literally took her, unaget, from nothing. We decided to build a brand. We signed her. We give them time, they read the contract, and they were ready. Her witness was her mom. They came together. You know, mama yako akikuja na wewe, she's down for it, and she's ready to support you. Unaget. They came to the studio. I was there actually, and they signed the contract, well written, everything. And we as Saldido, unajua Saldido and Willy Paul, those are two different entities. Unaelewa? Saldido is a limited company. It's an international company. Willy Paul is an artist under Saldido. Unaget. So Saldido, we decided to invest on Miss P. Unaona. We took a lot of money. Right now we did the first song Liar. Then we did Fall in Love. We did Mashallah. And she was also featured in the album. The first album that we did in 2020. Unaelewa?
Yeah. Songs of Solomon.
Songs of Solomon. And that was a great move, because after that she became a brand, because Willy Paul akona hiyo gift, akona talent, and he's blessed. If you tap if you tap alongside Willy Paul, you automatically unaelewa, unaona, he's blessed. So we built Miss P. We built her, nugget. And now the brand became big. When the brand became big, we invested everything on her, be it dress code, makeup, anything she needed, even transport. Willy Paul used to send money. Unaona, before even Miss P left home, Willy Paul, he has the M-Pesa transactions. He used to send money, not only transport money.
To who? To Miss P or to the mom?
To the mom. You get. And because we wanted to, if you look at it, Miss P hakuwa anapatikana anywhere. Kumpata ilikuwa ngumu. media houses used to call me wanataka ku-interview Miss P. Online media people used to call me wanadai ku-interview Miss P. And Miss P kumpata it wasn't easy because we created that brand and we wanted that brand to be respected. We wanted to be a big brand ndio ianze kuleta returns. This is business. When you start a business, you have to brand it first. You have to package it in a way that it will bring returns. So we were at the verge of building the branding her. You get? And she didn't haikumaliza 6 months. Hebu imagine umeanza biashara ijamaliza hata 6 months. Una expect uanze kupata millions. Is it possible? So hapo ndio sijui, I don't know what happened because hapo ndio issues zikaanza. Unaona?
Could it be because maybe your artist Willy Paul walianza kukua in a relationship ikakuwa it's love tena it's no longer business? Could it be the reason?
As I said, Willy Paul ni artist under Saldido. And unajua tu they are adults, they're both adults. Willy Paul ni mtu mzima, Miss P ni mtu mzima. They had an affair, which I won't lie. Unaget, which is normal. So unajua, ni vijana. So, affair yao shouldn't interfere with the business. And the mom knew that these people had an affair. It wasn't forced. Nobody was forced.
So the mom knew they were in a relationship?
The mom knew they were in a relationship. You get?
How did she know?
She knew because Posey used to drop her home and Miss P used to come to Willy Paul, and the mom knew every steps where she was, and she used to update the mom on Niko studio, Niko na Posey. They used to be together, nini.
So in other word, Willy Paul had told the mom they have a relationship.
Even the lady told the mom they are an item.
Okay.
You get? So it was something that we hid it from the public, but the management and the people, the parents, they knew. You get? And now, this is a scenario where they started throwing in demands. Like, the girl wants to be paid, blah, blah, blah. We know that she's supposed to be paid, but it takes time. First of all, business, when you start business, you have to build the business. It has to grow to a point where it will now start bringing returns. We hadn't even, hatuko tumefika hata ile point ya kurudisha do zenye tumeinvest in her. Yaani umeanzisha biashara, hata ile pesa yenye umetumia, umewekeza, bado hata hujapata. Bado uko kwa ile, unajua ukianzisha biashara unakuwa na ile pesa, like tuseme umeanzisha biashara, kuna umechukua rent. You have to pay rent hata kama ni 6 months, 3 months, kitu kama hiyo. Unaona? Hizi vitu umebai bado hata zijaanza kurudisha. Uwezi anza kukula do ya nini ya stock. So unafaa ungoje mpaka biashara is stand. And these were Willy Paul's songs. Ngoma zilikuwa kwa channel Willy Paul. That means Willy Paul was building the brand step by step. Ndio Wakenya wamuaccept. Wakishamuaccept as Miss P asimame, ndio sasa we had a ya kufungulia own channel. You get? In international company, so iko na plans.
Okay, and kwani niulize, by the time you've said wakikuja kwa studio walikuja na mamake, they signed the contract. Kwani kwa contract hakukuwa na hiyo agreement on the payment? Hawakuelewa they are supposed to wait until brand iko built?
They know. They know. What happens is greed comes in. You know, when brand ishakuwa kubwa, watu washaanza kucelebrate. One thing people don't know, you are a content creator, the biggest in the country for that matter, right? Wewe unajua zile views, unajua kuna watu wakiangalia uko na million views kwa channel yako, wana translate that is a million shillings. Si unajua kuna watu wako hivyo. So to them, they knew sasa Laya sahi inaenda 8 million views. So to them wanajua hiyo ni 8 million shillings. You get? So they are not enlightened about how the industry works, how YouTube works.
Okay. Is it both of them? You're saying it's the mom and the daughter, ama nani alianza hizi issues za do?
Issues za do, the mother. The mother used to pressurize his story, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I think, I'm sure, I'm certain that kulikuwa na watu pia wanafueli story. Unajua, ukianza kuonekana kwa TV, sana sana watu wa ushago, watu wa wapi, majirani, marafiki, wanaanzanga, hey, we, si sahi unafaa una drive. Like you right now, people expect ukuwe na ka Escalade, ukuwe na Range Rover flani.
Sure.
Yani juu wanakuona kwa TV. That's not the case. Wewe pia ni kama tu mtu anaenda kazi asubuhi, unaenda maybe umechorwa kazi mahali.
Yeah, you still have your plans.
Exactly, you have your plans. People just expect since uko kwa TV, boop, everything is now good. It's a process. So with them, they didn't want to understand that. So unaona, demands zilianza nini wakaanza kuvuruga pose, and we tried explaining to them ABCD. It takes time. So wakiona hizo views nini wanajua, this is money. Now our daughter should be rich. That's not the case. Unaelewa? So it's a process that they didn't want to wait.
Okay. And then I'm not getting kama ilikuwa issues na do, ilikuwaje then ikakuwa ni mambo na sexual assault?
Number one, ilikuwa ni issue na do. Money will play a bigger role. Number two, now the elephant in the room is now that sexual assault thing, which is very fake. The interview she did wasn't right. Unaget? Because how can you say, hata ukiwatch your interview, how can you say you are forced to have sex with someone several times, and you're saying you had started developing feelings for him, and again you say he used to call you and you used to go there to his place. So which means you are being assaulted at your own will. So there's no assault there. The word assault is being misused in this case. Unaget? There's no way. If it was once, that we could understand to what was saying. Okay, kama ni once, lakini utakuwaje sexually assaulted several times unless you are kidnapped and locked in a room and chained. So that one can be several. You see the case? So in this case, that's not possible. Unaona? So I think it's high time they come clean, because that story doesn't add up. Unaona? So the lady wanted to mix business with pleasure. So if she found out that the relationship thing wasn't wasn't working. So she was like, it's either for us to continue having business together, we have to be an item.
Oh, so it reached a point where the relationship ilianza kutowaka.
Exactly. Things went haywire. So she was like, okay, yani, you know a girl in love. So she's like, oh, Mimi, blah, blah, blah. Unaona. So, and my artist is very sharp. He's like, business first. Unaona. Mambo ya mapenzi baadaye. So the lady wasn't buying that.
Okay. There's some things that I know, and I got them from a reliable source, that even the mom was giving Willy Paul pressure just because he's dating the lady.
Now, that is very true, because it reached a point where Willy Paul was being given the lady. Like, now she's your responsibility. Take her. It's like he was being told, now you should buy her. It's like she was being sold to him. You get? I think that wasn't right, because
how was it placed? He was supposed to take the daughter and take the responsibility and pay, or
he was supposed to take the lady, live with her, cater for everything, blah blah blah. Like.
But I understand the lady is still in school.
Yeah, she's still in school. So those bills, school and everything. So it was like they were leaving everything to Willy Paul now to start taking care of those responsibilities. It's like you being given a wife. You get. Now that became too much, and my artist was like, no, I can't do this.
So who was doing this?
Them.
The mom, it's very funny.
Yeah, the pressure was too much. You see, the pressure was too much, and my artist kept on calling me, telling me, okay, iko hivi na hivi, watu wako hivi na hivi, you see. And he's human. Unaona, his main aim was building the brand, the lady's brand, musical career. Unaona, and the brand became big. So hizo zingine hakuwa ready for that. Yeah, unaelewa.
Okay. So after telling them that it won't work, maybe hataweza to take those responsibilities, school fees, nini, yani hataweza kununua msichana. That's when the problem started.
The problem started after they realized that the problem started with the lady, first of all. You get, because the lady was like, okay, now I have to make this relationship work, and the guy wasn't ready for it. You see, now it became to a point where it was wearing him down. Yeah, so it was too much. The pressure was too much. Yeah.
Okay. After that sasa, ni time gani sasa ilifika and Saldido and Miss P, they were no longer in good terms. Sasa ikakuwa hata haiwezi kuwa solved.
It came to a point where she was being held away from us, because unajua ukiwa msanii lazima pia uko unaenda studio, uko una record. So walianza what do I call it? The delaying tactic and all that. She wasn't ready to record. She didn't want to come to the studio. They were arguing on the phone, blah, blah. There's a lot of things. A lot of things happened. And now Pose was like, if you're not ready to do this, because we were ready to take care of that brand. We were ready to build that brand. We were ready to take that brand to the next level. In fact, Miss P was the biggest at that moment. Female, she was at par with these other female gurus, you see. But now it came to a point where we couldn't take it anymore, and they started staying away from her duties as an artist, you see. So then my artist was like, enough is enough, I can't take this anymore, because the pressure was too much, demands, money, you see. And the lady also, the mom demanding money, the lady demanding relationship. Now you see, this is too much, and this is business. At the end of the day, we have to do business. You get.
So by the time Miss P was doing the video, the viral video, were you in good terms with her? You as Saldido and Willy Paul as an artist?
By the time she was doing that video, we didn't expect it. We didn't expect it. Yeah, it was a blow to us, because we didn't expect that, because whatever was said, it is 90% propaganda. You see, 90%, not 90, 99% propaganda, because the story doesn't add up. Even Kenyans agreed with us that that story doesn't add up. So they wanted to tarnish my artist's name. They wanted to make him look bad. You see, because they had their own plans. The lady now felt like now she's able to stand alone as an artist. Now she can make it on her own, forgetting that they signed a contract. You see,
Contract for long?
for 5 years. 5 years contract. You know,
how long did she stay in Saldido?
6 months, barely 6 months. You can imagine a contract, 5 years contract. Within 6 months, she was already a star, not just a star, superstar. You see, and now demands are too much. We are here to build your career. We haven't even gotten back the money we used to build your brand, and now you've started demanding for. You see, our plan was after the last collabo that they did, that was Mashallah, right? After that collabo, Willy Paul had written several songs for her that she was supposed. She has started recording also her own single projects, because people were demanding for Miss P's single projects. You see, even the name, Pose himself branded her that name. That name belongs to Saldido. Miss Picasa belongs to Saldido International. Pose himself is the one who came up with that name.
So by the time she was coming, that was not her name.
That wasn't her name. You get? She didn't have a name. We had to sit down and brainstorm. Even Willy Paul told me, oh, ebu fikiria jina yenye tunaweza brand. We want a nice name. It took us time to come up with that name. So we own that name. You see? Yeah.
Okay, and how were you affected as Saldido by the video?
We were affected very much. My artist was in depression. He was under depression. We lost a lot of deals, corporate deals. We had, I won't mention, we had several deals that were underway, that we were just supposed to sign and get more money to continue working with Saldido. But now, after that video, most of them withdrew. Exactly. So it rendered my artist into depression. You get? He couldn't even walk freely. He couldn't even record. He had to take time, sit at home. Just, it was like, why are people ungrateful? Because I'm doing all this, I am taking my time. You know, Willy Paul never does collabos. He rarely does collabos. You know that. Willy Paul rarely does collaborations.
Yes.
And he decided to ni kama unakufia timu, umeamua kama mbaya. Mimi na Miss P na mpush. He literally carried her kwa mgongo yake like mimi napanda nawe hii mlima. You get? Mpaka watu walikuwa like, hey, this is too much. Ngoma ikitoka Willy Paul na Miss P. Ngoma ikitoka Willy Paul na Miss P. Willy Paul isn't stupid. He knew what he was doing. Unaelewa? So, in that case, ilimmaliza sana, hata ilimfanya ka feel like nasaidia watu na watu wanakujibu na mateke. Asante punda ni mateke. So we lost deals. My artist alikuwa under depression. Hata he had to visit the doctor. His doctor hata alimwandikia nini hizo, you see, the papers and all that, because he was in depression. He started coming out hapa juzi because that story I make sense, because Willy Paul alikuwa amemvalue sana Miss P. Alikuwa amemweka kwa roho, alikuwa anajua hapa sasa ni kazi na tutaenda far. Yeah, you get?
Okay, and after that story, Saldido ishawai ongea, come to sit down and talk about the issue with Miss P, ama what exactly is happening right now?
Right now, we are focused on Willy Paul's album. Yeah, that's our main priority. The album, we are ready because we know the album is an international album. It has international collaborations. It's the best, actually. The album of the century. You know, when Willy Paul writes on Instagram, this is the album of the century, some people rubbish it, but they should know, whatever is coming, they're not ready for it, you see. Because you and I know Willy Paul is very much talented. In this Kenyan industry, I say that, and you can take this to the bank, Willy Paul is the most, and underline the word most, talented artist in Eastern Central Africa. Very talented, you see. And people know that, and they are fans in denial. So many fans in denial. They love him. They're like, oh, we love your music, but we don't love your character. The reason why Willy Paul has developed that character is that he has the character of a lion. A lion only responds when he's attacked, you see, and he has to protect his territory. The male lion, he has to actually a lion is a male lion. He has to protect his territory. So is really attacked most of the time, so he has to develop a thick skin, a very thick skin, you see, to be strong. Because Willy Paul has been attacked over and over again for so many years, you see. And the ladies who are coming out, let me tell you, ladies love Willy Paul. He's a ladies man. You get? So most of them will do anything just to make him look. Some of them will do anything to make him look bad. He's not a bad person. Willy Paul akona heart poa sana. Because angekuwa mtu mbaya, right now he would have locked so many people behind bars. There's a case where tulifika mpaka mali mpaka that lady who
Lied about the
allegedly said Willy Paul is responsible for the pregnancy. She had to be arrested, to be questioned, you see. And she admitted everything was false. Now, the only thing that was remaining, she was supposed to be put behind bars. But now, before we left that place, the police station, Pose was like, "Eh, nyewe, mi namuonea huruma, tumwachilie tu." And advised him, nyewe tumwachilie because and we knew that was going to be a lesson. But right now we have decided to take drastic measures. Willy Paul's brand now is patent in a way that anytime you are going to use his name for your selfish benefit, it's going to be very tough for you. You are going to face the music. Not only his music, but you are going to face the law. You get?
Yeah, and I still understand for Miss P's case is still in court. How is the progress? Maybe are you planning to withdraw it? Ama mnaenda nayo?
Miss P's case is still in court, and they were summoned. There was supposed to be an hearing last week, this week on Monday.
Hearing.
Yeah, the first hearing, but wakasema afeel poa ni mgonjwa and all that, so tunangoja the second one. And the reason why Willy Paul is insisting with this case, it's because hata not Saldido, now this is Willy Paul. Saldido hata bado hawajafungua kesi. Unaget ya kudemand yeye alipie the damages. But now Willy Paul's lawyer, now that is not Saldido, that is Willy Paul. Willy Paul's lawyer ameamua kupush with the case because for defamation. Yeah, Willy Paul has insisted they have to pay for defamation because defamation is a very bad thing. You go and say false things about somebody. It's very bad. It costs someone a lot, considering he's a superstar. It's costing him a lot. Yeah.
Okay, and was it not possible maybe to solve the issue in a civil way? Maybe you can talk about it since, Willy Paul and Miss P, allow me to call them ex, my ex, they can sit and talk about the issue and then come to an agreement. It was not possible.
A gentleman's agreement would be possible, and we were lobbying for that, actually. But it came to a point where these people didn't want that. They were still pushing that Miss P alipwe. You see? And
so all this thing, it was about kulipwa money.
Kulipwa number one. And the lady hata yeye mambo yake ni relationship, she's bitter. You get? She's someone who's bitter. Unajuanga tu ule mtu mtu amewachwa, unajuanga tu mambo ya warembo. She's bitter. Unaona? And on top of it they want also to be compensated. And we're like, the person who is supposed to be compensated, it's Pose, because Pose's brand, Pose used his brand to uplift Miss P. He is the executive producer for all those songs. He literally paid for everything, every single thing. You get? From dress code to videos to lighting to Trey Jewels did all those videos, and Willy Paul paid. You see, you know how when it comes to recording, doing videos, planning, pre-production, production, everything, it costs a lot. You see, because Willy Paul invests in his music, because he believes in his music. So who is supposed to be paid in this case, according to you?
Let the court decide.
Yeah. I won't talk much about the court because the case is still in court, so I don't want to go into details. Yeah.
What about the lady who came up today?
That's another one. Now, like I said, these people wamegundua, unajua wanasemanga mti iko na matunda ndio inarushiwa mawe. Na Willy Paul ni mti ambayo iko kwa oasis. Unajua oasis ile the in desert, ile place iko fresh, iko green, So Willy Paul huku kwingine ni desert, sasa Willy Paul ndio oasis. Sasa hapo kila mtu anataka kukaa kwa oasis, hataki kwa huko kwa desert. So everybody akitaka tu kufanya kitu, akitaka kuchase cloud, the first name inakujanga kwa nini kwa mind ni Pose. Now the lady who is claiming all that stuff, because that story is now trending, and even Kenyans are witness. They are witnesses because someone, it's like someone coming right now to claim that 4 years ago, I don't know, 3 years ago, that Willy Paul did whatever she said. You see, logically, if you're an adult, okay, there's the law. If that thing wasn't right with you, why didn't you go to the police by then? Yeah, or file a case of an assault, sexual assault. You get? Why now, after years, and right now that we are going to release an album, an international album? Can't you see this is all conspiracy? You get? Because I fail to understand, all this time, where were these people? Where were you with all this story? And I'm human. Mimi kama mtu amenikosea leo na haijanifurahisha, when it's still fresh in my mind and in my soul and in my spirit, I will go ahead and make sure I file the case, ama nikutafute, nikuambie whatever you did to me, tuimalize outside the court, ama niite watu, tuongee, tujue venye tutatua hii story. Mbona, why wait for over years? Another thing, you are saying this person put you in his lap and you get forced you to do whatever you did. And I'm like, you are an adult, you have the power to refuse. You see, you weren't haukuwa drugged, haukuwa tied, haukuwa uko, let's say Eve sahi, literally speaking, sahi ati mtu amekuambia amechukua mkono yako akaweka mahali ameweka, si uko na right ya kutoana, you walk away. You have the right to do that. Unaona? Why would you do all that na yeye hapo alafu come complain later? Which means there is more that you're not telling us. Or this is a story that you've just created. You know, right now I'm being as neutral as possible. You see? Because I also care about women's feelings. Mimi najua venye mademu wanakuanga. Unaona? Hata mademu watanisaidia hapo nje. Wewe ni demu, you're an adult. Si uko na right ya walk away. Si ati Willy atakuua. You get? So you have the right to walk away na useme no is a no, I don't want that. So which means if you are seated there and still doing that mpaka mkawatch ngoma, which means you are also enjoying it. If that happened, I'm not saying it happened, because I wasn't there personally, so I didn't know if it happened. But according to me, logically, if we argue this thing out, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
For this case, are you planning maybe to file another case, or you haven't decided what you're going to do as a team?
Right now we have a lot already. Our hands are full, and even though our hands are full, what I told you earlier, we have decided to take drastic measures, and we've patented Willy Paul's name right now in a way that if anybody right now uses Willy Paul's name, you see, tarnishes his image, whichever the case, is going to face the law. Because right now it's becoming redundant. It's too much, because it's making him look like a very bad person. Imedestroy brand yake, by the way. Because kila siku mbona si nani, mbona tu Pose. Ask yourself, mbona tu Pose kila time? Hata niko naona kwa comments watu wanauliza why Willy Paul? Why Willy Paul? Kila siku why Willy Paul? Why Willy Paul? Most of those ladies wengine hata Willy Paul hawajui, hata ajai wa meet. he doesn't even know how they look like. Yeah, anashtukia tu akiamka asubuhi, another story. Another. And this story, they're being cooked in a way zinaka ukweli. Yani wanazipanga ni sinema. Panga kipindi. Hata kama ni ukiangalia TZ, our neighbors, hata US, watu wana chase clout, but in a very proper way. Yenye hata mwenye jina yake imetumika atakachini aseme yenyewe hapa mlichora. But hii ya Kenya, I make sense. I make sense.
So you've said that Willy Paul's name right now it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
No one is supposed to use it in a negative way.
Yeah.
In case they use...
In case you use it in a negative way, it's going to be tough for you out there.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
So
Yani
it
ni kama
serves as a warning.
nawaibia nini. It's not a warning, it's just a heads up. Yeah. It's a spoiler. You'll understand we come from the lakeside,
Utatumia kizungu yote. Hey.
Hatubakishi
guys.
upside down.
Acha tufunge video. Anyway, let's wait and see what will prevail after all this drama. But we wish Willy Paul all the best, especially on the album.
Let me tell you something, Eva. The album. I know you've gotten a sneak peek.
Yeah, I've had some of the songs, some of the collabos. Yeah. Very amazing.
The album is something out of the world. Willy Paul really works hard. And back to my point, the reason why they attack him all the time is because number one, he's talented. He works hard. You see? He's very responsible when it comes to his career. Kama kuna kitu, ebu mess tu na Willy Paul hata kitu tofauti. Lakini usimess na muziki yake. He really cares so much. His music is everything to him. He has invested a lot. Willy Paul has been in the industry for now it's 15 years now. Down the line. Juu alianza huko ma 2010 huko akimba marabuka ma 2012 nini. Now we are in 2021. It's about 15 years, right? And his name is always at the peak. Unaona, so unajua Willy Paul is, I can say, is the African Chris Brown. So unaona Chris Brown jina yake inakuanga tu pale juu. Now that's the reason why kila mtu anakuanga tu Willy Paul. Willy Paul, he works hard every time atatoa muziki, and every music he releases, it's a hit and it's musical. You see, it's music and a half. So that's why watu wanajuanga wacha nitumie jina ya Pose, So that's it. So the album is dope, and just be ready because you're not ready.
Alright, mimi niko ready. Anyway guys, it has been the Mungai Eve show. Thank you so much guys. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Tumesikia vitu zingine, some of them hatukuwa tunajua. You know, I think it's always good to listen to both sides of the story, because each side inakuanga na story yenye hatukusikia pale. It's good we now know some things that we didn't know. And guys, we wish Willy Paul all the best. Album tunaingoja sisi ikuje.
Tunakukaribisha Saldido. Come with your team to ongea about the album now. Now it's not about all those propagandas. Now we are going to talk about the album and take you through. Yeah.
I'll visit very soon. Anyway guys, it has been the Mungai Eve show. Tumekuwa na King Canon, manager wa msanii Willy Paul. Thank you so much for always coming to watch my videos. Subscribe to my channel. We meet in the next video.